smoking a little what am I smoking? Black Frigate in the Savinelli rather, Roma Lucite. I never smoked this pipe, which is why I'm okay if it ghosts a little bit. That would be okay by me. Running a little bit of running a little chunk of errands today with the family. My mother likes to take a day and go get lunch and get her nails done, so I'm taking her. Today is the day for it. It is unpleasant out. It's gray and it's rainy. It's good pipe smoking weather. Although I don't know that I would have chosen Black Frigate if I had ever smoked it in this pipe before. I probably wouldn't have chosen it. It's smoking a little wet, and that could be because it's raining and the stuff went right from a tin into a jar, so I didn't really dry it at all. So it's still taking some getting used to. One-handed tamping skills are rusty. I've smoked a little more than a handful, maybe 4 bowls of this, and I haven't smoked anything else really. And I gotta say, I'm having some mixed results. Getting the stuff to stay lit as a bear. Excuse me. I don't know how anybody does this one-handed lighting thing with glasses, because my frame is always right where the bowl needs to be. But I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting mixed results. Kind of smooth, though it can be a little bitey if it's too hot or too wet. The rum doesn't come through sometimes, and then it comes through like crazy. Sometimes a lot of Kia doesn't come through at all. Sometimes it comes through really strong. It's interesting, to be sure. But I'm pipe smoking in public, which is not something I have occasion to do. And I'm sitting in front of a strip mall, and I'm looking into an audiologist's office, and the girl behind the counter keeps looking at me and going, the way you have to light this stuff, I had to keep lighting it and smoking a little bit, and lighting it and smoking a little bit. It probably looks like I'm smoking pot. Which is the question we all get asked all the time. What's in your pipe, man? Is it pot, man? I had this guy when I was living in Seattle I was in the SoDo district, which if anybody's been to Seattle, it's they know what I'm talking about. For those of you who aren't in the know, SoDo stands for South of Downtown. Really clever. Walking from my place of work at the time to a bar called Hooverville to send off a, I think it's called Hooverville, to send off a coworker whom I liked very much that was leaving the company. And I was smoking a pipe. It was a beautiful day. And so I was smoking. And this guy, I'm waiting outside of the bar for everybody to get there. I'm having a puff. And this guy comes up to me and he's like, and before I'm going to preface this, Seattle is, you know, pot's legal out there in Washington State. And there's a lot of pots. That's a lot of people move there for that reason. You mean I can buy it for real, man? So anyway, this guy stops me and he's like, dude, your pipe is super cool, man. So I'm like, thanks. And he's like, where did you find that? And I was like, online. He's like, no way. I've never seen pipes like that online. He's like, what's it made out of? And I said, wood. And he says, they make pipes in wood, man? Yeah, they make pipes in wood. So that's when things got really interesting, because then he was like, so, what are you smoking? You should have seen the look on his face. Pipe tobacco. You can smoke tobacco in a pipe? This guy was older than me. Well, at least my age. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know you could smoke smoke tobacco in a pipe, man. And I wish that, that accent was, me joking, but it's not. That's what he sounded like. It was pretty disappointing. Where do you get tobacco? At a tobacconist? Like a gas station? No. So I'm educating this guy. And my buddies all show up and they're like, my coworkers. And they're like, you know this guy? No. He saw me smoking and he had all these questions. You think you were smoking pot? Yeah. There were two people at my job that smoked a pipe. Although nobody smoked nearly as passionately or as regularly or as voraciously as I. Nobody was as passionate or as voracious about the hobby as I was. I was really into pipes, really into tobacco, really into looking at pipes and the history and all that stuff. Just constant. And the other two guys were just kind of, one of them was like this knock around pipe, one pipe and Captain Black, and the other was like, I smoke occasionally. My father-in-law got me into it. And so I was kind of like the pipe guy at my job. Which, as you might imagine, made me something of a, not pariah, but a curiosity, to be sure. Yeah. Good days. Really interesting time. But that was the first guy that ever asked me the question. And ever since then it's been like, the first, hey man, what you smoke? I'm like, I'm smoking tobacco in a wood pipe. I just give them the whole thing, the whole bullet. I'm smoking tobacco in a wood pipe. The pipe I bought online, the tobacco I got from a tobacconist, it's a storied practice that goes back hundreds of years. It has nothing to do with pot. I don't smoke pot. Don't ask me about pot. So to which they always reply, whoa, man, chill out. You got, like, information and stuff. Like, your brain works. Whoa. I don't know. People are weird. But I'm sure you guys have been asked the question, what are you smoking? And I would not mind hearing story. I love stories. So if you've got a story, about somebody asking you the question, and you want to do a video on it, or leave me a comment, I'd look forward to it. Cheers.